What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be talking about all of my college crushes and some of the stories and the lessons that I learned regarding it. But to kind of get right into it, I remember it was freshman year, right? Freshman year, I was a different person than I was right now. Still the same person, but different. Anyways, there was this one girl that I came across. Um, I came across her on Instagram, and then she went to my school too, right? And like, bro, she was so gorgeous. Oh my God, she was so gorgeous. I mean, I'm looking through her Instagram, like she's looks so sophisticated. She looks so smart. She looks so good. I'm like, dang. I mean, she would have like drip from head to toe, Chanel jacket on, bag, bag, I don't know what type of brands bags are and stuff like that, but she would have her bag on. She would have pants would be designer, shoes would be designers, all of that type of stuff, right? And she would just look so sophisticated. And I love that. If anything you know about me, man, I love sophisticated girls. I love girls that dress well. So instantly, when I found out she went to AU, I was like, what? She's in my class? What? I used to watch her story, her and her friends' stories, like they were like the Kardashians. Like these guys would always be everywhere. I'd always see them at like all of these exclusive clubs, all of these exclusive restaurants, exclusive clubs. They're buying bottles, they hanging out with these people because obviously they look good, so they probably got special treatment, stuff like that. But I would just be watching it, be amazed. They're being taken out by these frat dudes. I'm like, whoa, like y'all are balling, y'all are living life. I'm like, yo, this girl is it. I like her. This girl is it. So anyways, it was my junior year, first semester of junior year, right? I had to take this class to where basically like one of the requirements was that you had to do this project with somebody and they assigned you a group, right? And for me, I only got assigned one other partner. And guess who my partner was? Exactly that girl. And, I was super excited. I was calling my boy. I was like, yo, like, bro, look who I just got partnered up with and this and that. He didn't know it because I'm calling my boys from back home, right? I'm telling him like, yo, look who just partnered up with me. Because I talked to him, I talked about him, talked about her to him a bunch of times, stuff like that. I was like, yo, like, what the heck? Like why is this happening? Stuff like that. Like, yo, this is crazy, right? And so anyways, it comes time for me to meet her, right? I come meet her in one of my buildings and stuff. And like, basically the whole time I'm like telling myself like, act cool. Like, you don't know this girl. Like, yo, like you don't never met this girl. You never saw her. Keep in mind, like, bro, I was feeding on her Instagram, boy. I was searching through that more. That sounds weird, but like, you know what I mean? I fell in love with you on Instagram. I ain't gonna tell you though, but I fell in love with you on Instagram. But anyways, man, so I finally introduced myself. We get to talking and stuff like that, right? We get to work on the project. Side story. If funny enough, bro, she asked me too. She even asked me saying that, yo, actually, cause I asked her for her Instagram. Like just on some friendlies type stuff. I was like, oh, what's your Instagram? And then she's like, oh, I give her my Instagram. She looks it up. She's like, oh, you already follow me. You're a fan. Bruh, I didn't want to tell her, but bruh, hey, I've been a fan since freshman year. I've been following and crushing on you since freshman year, boy. But I was like, oh, really? Oh man, I'll probably just like mass followed or something like that. Keep in mind, I knew I followed you from the jump. You know what I mean? Because you didn't even follow me back. Crazy. But, long story short, right? Bro, now as we get to talking, I'm just hearing some of her backgrounds, plus too, I was asked about the party scenes and stuff like that as well. But bro, and no shade to her, no disrespect or anything, bro. Literally nothing special. Literally, I don't want to say no disrespect to her again. Maybe we just weren't compatible. Maybe we just weren't like in the same headspace and stuff. But I was like, bro, like in no world would I ever date you. Like in no world would I ever like, bro, because it's just like, bro, our personalities, our mindset, two different atmospheres. I was just like, man, but like, not even that. I just thought, like, man, like, is there any substance to you? It's like, is this it? It was like talking to low key, like talking to like a frat dude or something. I'm like, bro, what's to you type thing, you know? So I was like really let down by that. I'm like, dang, like I crushed on you for like 2 years straight. Like, bro, your personality is like, it's all right. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. It was just such a letdown, man. But we have another college crush to talk about, right? Anyways, so there's this another girl, right? And this girl, funny enough, I only had one conversation with this girl, right? She knows, I think she doesn't know I like her. Either her and her friends like me. I know that her friends have liked me, but like, I never pursued any of her friends and shit like that. But like, yeah, I think they knew I liked her a lot but anyways, to kind of give you backstory. So there's this one girl at our school, right? Light skin, dark hair, saying, look good. And like one time I remember I saw her with like one of my basketball homies. And then like I saw her, I was like, oh, she looks good. And I saw her again, I was like, she's not my type. And then one day I was like with my boys and we're in Philly. I remember we're in Philly and we were like talking about her and stuff like that. And like, she was like, they were basically saying like, "Dave, she looks good," like, "Oh, this and that." And in that moment, I saw it. It's like, nah, she's not my type. She's not my type. But as they continued to talk about her and stuff like that, I was like, wait, hold on. I kept on looking at her Instagram. I was like, wait, hold on, bro. She kind of look fire. Wait a second. And call my boy back home, like, yo, what you think about this? And he's like, yo, she looks good. I'm like, yo, okay, yo, no, now I'm starting to like her. Now I'm starting to see her everywhere and stuff like that. And like, another thing too, right? One of the things I like about girls is like when you carry yourself well, like when you carry yourself, I'm not saying you have to carry yourself like Michelle Obama or something like that, but when you have like a aura, you carry yourself well, you're very, I don't want to say it's like a very like first lady-ish, but like you carry yourself well. That's the best way I can put it. You carry yourself well. Oh yeah. That's attractive. That's attractive to me. And one time we had went to a party. We had went to one of these frat parties and me and my boy were there and stuff like that. And like we had saw her and we're like, bro, like, yo, no, I'm not gonna lie. She was carrying herself well there. Like we were noticing her, like everybody was surrounding her. Everybody was going up to her and stuff like that. I was like, yo, is she an it girl? Like she popular? She popular like that and stuff? And then it just made me like her even more. And then I would see her sometimes at like, we have a, dang, yeah, I'm really about to out myself like that, but I don't care. But like we used to have like this coffee shop. I always like see her and stuff like that. Everybody used to be coming around her. She always have groups of people around, stuff like that. It just made me like her more. Like, oh yeah, she popping. I like that. Okay, like you carry yourself well. I like that. I like that little woman. So, anyways, I'm like, okay, she's a popping girl. Like I'm trying to. Okay, I'll try to get that. So, anyways, one time. I was at a party, right? I was at one of these frat parties, right? And then we were there and stuff like that. Me and my boys are there. And like she had walked in. And there's a staircase down. There's a basement. The party is downstairs in the basement, but you have to go down the staircase. She walks down the staircase with her and a group of friends, right? And they're all holding hands going down, right? And I'm just looking at her, right? And I'm like, at this point, right? Because first I didn't like her, but now I really like her and stuff like that because of what everybody else is doing and what people are talking about her and how the way I'm looking at her and stuff like that. So I'm just mesmerized at looking at her like, hey, wow. I kid you not. Screams at me saying, dog, what are you looking at? I was stunned. I'm like, oh shoot, what did I just do, bro? And then like, I was like, oh, but like, I didn't take it, not really. Like in the moment, I was like, dang, like you just did me like that. But anyways, it just put it in retrospect to me. I was like, okay, but why do I even like this girl? Because at first I didn't really, I saw you were attractive, but I didn't really like you. Like, it was just like, you know what I mean? I didn't even know you. I didn't really think you were all that until like people start to talk about her and stuff like that. I'm like, oh shoot, like you're a big deal, you're popular. And then I started to think about my story and stuff like that, right? And I realized like, bro, the reason why I like grew so much liking in her was like, just first started off was as a kid, I didn't really get a lot of girls at all. I was rejected constantly. I literally, that was from elementary to high school. And we'll talk about the sibling diaries later, but I was just rejected constantly, right? And like, I was always rejected by the popular girls, embarrassingly, like, bro, embarrassingly. We'll talk about it later, but embarrassingly, right? And that always stuck with me till this day, right? And like, I think with her, it was like, even though I didn't really find her, again, I didn't really like her. I didn't really grow that much attraction and liking for her until after, everybody around me started to talk about her, and I started to see how she moved and stuff like that, right? I think all it was because I didn't get the popular girls or the popping girls or the it girls back when I was in high school, middle school, elementary school. This was my chance of like rewriting the story. If I could get her, then maybe all those times, maybe that changes the narrative of me. Maybe I am the it guy, So then I had to realize, I'm like, wait, hold on. That's not good, because again, I'm liking an idea of this person, not actually who this person is. Again, this person just literally screamed in my face. Warranted, but literally just screamed in my face. And then it just made me think like, dang, like I just like the idea of this person and what this person could possibly give to me, and not like me actually liking the person for who they are and what their heart is like, That was just another big lesson that I learned. It's like, okay, like, dang, now there's some insecurities that I have to fix on myself. That, man, like some insecurities can actually make you like some certain things and certain people and stuff like that. That probably are not healthy for you. So that was just another thing that I learned, man. So, overall, from both of these, college stories of these college crushes that I had, you have to really like people for who they are, and always search for people's hearts. The moral of the story, man, when you're dating, when you're going after these girls, if you're going after these guys and stuff like that, look at the heart. Attraction, moves, all of these other external things, they're all of these superficial things, man, they're here today and gone tomorrow, man. Get to know somebody on a deeper level. It is so important. Get to know somebody on a deeper level. Or else, if your ego is driving you to get somebody because of an idea or just because of attraction and stuff like that, you will be let down. You will be let down in so many levels. Just like I was let down with both of these situations, and many more. But that's just some of the lessons that I learned from some of my college crushes and stuff like that. So anyways, I appreciate you staying tuned. Stay tuned in for more. Stay tuned for more. And thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.